What's up, Malphus? It's your boy Laughers. I may come back at you with another video. A tier list Thursday. We are here. I'm here with
Unico Williams. Oh,
and we
O-H-I-O. Ohio State Buckeyes.
Yeah, you're a Buckeye fan. They had a big win today. They finally Big Ten football is back. But we decided to do something interesting. We're doing tier list Thursday, and I decided to have a guest, my own co-host for What's New 99 Entertainment. And every once in a while, keeping 99, we decided to have my guest. We got top sitcom. We writing them S through C because we ain't putting trash on here. By the way, I probably watched every episode of every one of these.
I'm gonna save that surprise for later. But okay, right on.
Yeah, I probably watched every episode of every one of these, so I hate none of these. So y'all might be upset, but I'm gonna start out heavy. But it's cool. What's your thoughts about it, Unico? Before we start, Unico.
I had to really step in my bag on this one. I had to really step back and think about how I felt in the moment, because some of these I had watched while it was a live thing going on. Some of them I had watched because they had been out for a few years, and like I was a kid and watching them. And it's something that that I'm just now finding out about. Something I haven't watched at all, but heard a lot about. So it made me really dig deep and try and see what's really going on and how to grade these sitcoms.
Yeah, my list for me personally is simple. C is did I enjoyed it, but would I actively try to watch it again? B is if it's on, would I watch it? You know what I mean? Cause C, I probably, if it's on, I might, if I can find something else, I might not watch it.
Yeah.
B is if it's on, I'll watch this. A is if it's on, I'm not looking for nothing else at all. S is I'm buying the DVD set.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
Let me tell you the difference in our C. See, my C list is I may have seen it and it didn't move me.
Yeah, that's fair.
Or I heard about it, ain't watched it.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I plan on doing it.
Okay.
Now everything else is pretty much, basically what you're saying. Like, I might check that out again, or oh yeah, I'm watching this, or yeah, I make sure that I watch this. Something to do with it on YouTube once a day.
Yeah. We're gonna start off. This is how we're gonna do it. We're gonna do the C list, and if I run out of C's, or he has, if Unico has more C's than me, we're gonna stay to go with the C list. We're gonna stay on the C's, and then when he's done, we're gonna move on to the B, and we're gonna try to quickly explain why we got each one of them. But we're gonna rotate until we get to no one has one on the thing. So that's how we're gonna do it. I'm gonna start off. My first C is gonna be. It's gonna be the fight. Y'all gonna hate me for this. Please don't hate me too bad. I am gonna go with Friends as the first level on my C. I know people like Joey, Monica, my team, my squad. I love y'all, but I think I love the show, but it's kind of, compared to the other shows, overrated. And when it's on TV on CBS, I tend not to watch it, even though I probably watched it more when it was on.
So what's going to happen here is I'm going to tell you that I agree. I'm not checking for no Friends. I don't study. I told y'all in one of our episodes or something that, I went to a very diverse high school, and then some of my light-skinned friends, they would come in talking about Friends, and it didn't move me. I had cable. I had good cable, and that show came on. And I wasn't looking for it. I think that was more, that didn't move me, because it was other things to watch that was a little bit more relevant to me and what's going on with me.
Okay, this one, I think we might disagree with this one, but we're going to see. I'm going to go with, I think I'm going to go with the Parkers, my guy.
You got the Parkers in C?
I got the Parkers in C, bro.
Okay.
I got the Parkers.
Okay.
I love the Parkers. Hey, Miss Parker. But again, it's on BT. I don't check for it again. I watched every episode the first time. I remember every episode, like I do with every one of these shows, but I'm not checking for it actively.
Okay. I ain't there. I have Frasier. Frasier is C to me.
Yes.
Because as soon as that boy, as like, even for reruns, the show come on at like 5 o'clock on a channel 4. Like channel 4 ain't no cable thing. And as soon as I hear tossed salad and scrambled eggs, I know I'm not trying to watch this because this is super boring. I feel like now that I'm older and obviously I'm super smart, but when I was a kid, they didn't move me. But I think now that I'm older and all that, maybe it'd be better for me. But as it pertains to now, I'm not messing with Frasier because it did not move me at the time. UC list, I'm not fooling with you. As soon as I hear your little theme song, click.
That might be the first one we kind of disagree with, but I got my next one is How I Met Your Mother.
I agree.
How I Met Your Mother is one of those shows which is interesting, a great concept. But again, am I actively checking for How I Met Your Mother? No, I'm not. And I try to keep as much possible as down. I don't even see it on here. I might not even download How I Met Your Mother. I don't even see it on my list. Where is it? But yeah, it's one of them shows I really don't check for. And probably not going to check for. So, like I said, I don't even see it right now. So, I probably didn't put it in here because I ain't look for it. That's how bad I ain't checking for it. Even though I like the by the way, I like the show. I watched every episode. But again, not something I'm checking for again.
I have that in the same exact mode as you, but for a different reason. I just haven't watched it, but I will say this: the concept sounds dope. I've heard a lot of people. I just ain't made it around to it yet. I'm not sure if I'm going to spend, because people spent their lives every Wednesday or whatever day that this came on, watching this every week and waiting for new seasons where I can just watch it straight through now. I just never checked for it, but they told me the concept. The concept does seem dope. So that's a pretty good, like that's a pretty long story of how to say this is how I met your mother. That's a dope concept, and they made a whole lot of seasons out of it.
Okay, we agree on that. So if we find it later on, we'll put it in the C because I don't see it on my list. Even though somebody probably I see it right there. I got glasses on, so you know. My next series is Scrubs. I had to put Scrubs in C. My reasoning for putting Scrubs in C was, again, it's something I'm not. I loved it. It was to be honest, it's okay. It's probably my least favorite of any show of these I watch, but this is just the order I got them in. I wasn't really checking. Again, it's the same thing. I'm not checking for it. It's a good show. It was probably the least funny show out of all of them. That's my difference in all the other shows I say. So that was
I'm just. I think ever since I saw that video of Jamie Foxx killing the brother, that's on the Scrubs at the roast. When they tried to roast Jamie Foxx, they put him on there because he was hot at the time.
What?
You know, the brother on Scrubs, the bald head brother. Yeah. I think he was on Clueless too. And there's a video out there with,
Bezel.
Yeah. And he was trying to roast Jamie, and Jamie roasted him while he was supposed to be getting roasted. And so that just kind of killed the show for me. I'll watch it eventually, but like, yeah, I'm cool off Scrubs. I mean, everybody trying to make something like The Office or whatever, and I that one didn't do it for me.
Yeah, so we both got Scrubs. The next one is for me. These are the ones that probably gonna make a lot of people mad because I had to keep my C list legit. I put Sister in there.
Okay. I can't rock with you on that.
Bro, I love it. Like I said, I'm probably the one person that has watched every one of these shows and can tell you what happened in every episode. So it's probably the same thing, but Sister, based on me watching every episode, it doesn't. Most of these shows doesn't compete. So, like when y'all see the whole list, y'all gonna know what I'm talking about. It doesn't compete for me. Who's next on your list?
My rebuttal, Big Bang Theory. Oh. That's in my C list. It's merely because I've seen it. I haven't watched the continuity of it. Maybe that gives it a little bit extra spice, but I've watched like a couple of random episodes because it's kind of built like you can have some random episodes. Although I've heard there is some continuity with it, but with me, it's cool. It's cool. I'm not about to go get no DVDs of it, no Blu-ray. I'm not about to go look it up on no Netflix, Hulu, or Boomerang or any of that stuff they got out there with the. I'm not looking up with illegal cable. I'm cool.
Okay. This is why I said people gonna hate me. Wayan Brothers.
You lost me.
I know I said Wayan Brothers. It's the writing. I'm a writer. Wayan's Brother was amazing, but it had no story to it. And honestly, I probably would watch it again. But it's gonna have to push me. Like I said, I'm a sitcom nerd. By the way, these lists gonna be way different for everybody because somebody gonna be in the C list. Y'all gonna have in y'all S list. That's how this show is. But that's how difficult this was really hard, bro.
I'm gonna leave you there with that one. Yeah, I'm gonna leave you there with that one, player.
Who you got next on your C list, or are you done? Let me know whenever you're done. I'm just going.
I ain't done. I'm sorry. My C list is bigger than my other list. I'm sorry.
Mine is too. Well, maybe not my B list.
All in the Family. All I liked about All in the Family was the theme song. That was cool. All in the Family. I mean, All in the Family as a whole is after the lottery show that went off on Saturday night, aka Sunday morning. You watching that on basic cable, something like that. Not basic cable. That's just the local stuff you get. I guess since I'm still up, I fall asleep to it. That's where I was at. I was not trying to hold on to that show whatsoever. I'm cool. Yo, C for cool. I'm cool.
Yo, people gonna be like, I'm crazy. But I gotta hit one of my favorite shows right here. And these people, they my cousins. What, Moesha? I had to put Moesha in C. Bro, by the way, if you on this list, that means you one of my favorite shows, and I watched your show all the way through, so it ain't no disrespect. Because that means I like your show enough to actually watch. It's a lot of shows that y'all on this list.
I think you're being a problematic black man, and I'm about to report you to Trump and them.
Yo, hey,
he's problematic. My bad. I didn't mean to say Trump. I meant to say the Black Panthers. I need to report you to them.
No, you want to report me to Trump. Yo, who next on your
list? Next on my list is MASH.
Man, oh, you must ain't never seen it.
I'm gonna tell you why I ain't seen it.
MASH is hilarious.
I had perfect attendance in school for the most part, but I did sometimes have sick days. And after Jerry Springer and all that, well, before Jerry Springer and all that would come on, when I was in elementary school, MASH would come on. And I just hear that. I just hear do 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 do. That meant let me take a nap before Jerry Springer come on or any other daytime talk shows because I was not fooling with it. I feel like if I had watched it, maybe I would rock with it, but I'm cool off MASH. And I heard that they had a very racist name for a black person that was on the show. That was a doctor. So I'm really cool. I learned that on Archie, but I'm cool off MASH. I don't see myself looking for it. If I have a free day where I'm cool with if I died at night, I watch MASH, I'll do that. But I can't say my last thing I did was watch MASH.
By the way, MASH was close to my C list too. So y'all gonna know MASH in my B list, but it was a toss up. But it actually made me laugh. My next show is A Different Strokes. I had to put that in my C list. I don't even see it. I don't even see it on here. But to be honest with you, that's probably on my low of my list because that's probably the one show I watched every episode and I don't remember a lot of the episodes.
Facts. I'm with you on that one. Because I don't remember nothing.
Bro,
I know I watched it.
I watched every episode. I know I watched every episode because one day I went down and I remembered the title of every episode and be like, I don't remember watching this.
Yeah, I know I've watched the beginning because that's what was the big thing about black shows back then was like, you don't got nothing else. You got a dope intro with all the flavor. And then, and yeah, that for me, it didn't move me because I think that was a whole bunch of black exploitation stuff that was funny back in the day for cats that was coming up back in the day. So that different stroke, they can keep that. I keep whatever stroke I'm on right now. I'm cool with that. They can have it.
So you on Different Strokes too?
Yep.
My next one, Boy Meets World.
Can't rock with you.
I felt like it was too childish, bro. Can I be honest?
I mean, that's how you feel.
Yeah, it's like I feel like it deserved to be on Nickelodeon. At that time, me watching sitcoms, I ain't like it. Even though to be fair, I did love the show, but on this list, I felt like it's too Nickelodeon, so I can't put it ahead of the other shows. By the way, this order in C list is not the order. It's just a random order I just put it in. This is not from no. Like I told y'all, Scrubs probably my last place. So, and Scrubs somewhere in the middle. So it is what it is. What's next on yours?
Entourage.
I mean, Entourage. Oh, that's the biggest disagreement right here.
I ain't watching.
Oh,
I ain't watching.
Okay.
I heard a lot about it. So some of my C list is like I during the time it was out, it got a lot of hype. I wasn't watching it because I believe Entourage used to go on Mondays, and on Mondays I was watching wrestling. So you got to think about how old I was when this happened. Okay. So like, I mean, I know cats watch wrestling now. Sometimes I dibble and dabble, but for me, I think Entourage came on Mondays, and I wasn't checking for it. I was checking. My favorite sitcom is WWE, WWF on some real stuff.
Yeah. My next choice is Malcolm in the Middle, and this was hard. I love Malcolm in the Middle, but
you put that in C.
I put that in C.
Ooh.
That hurt, but bro, putting any of these shows really besides Scrubs and C hurt me. I'm not lying. It's sad I had to say Scrubs the only one that hurt me, but Scrub was easy to put in C, but the rest of them kind of hard. Well, How I Met Your Mother could go in C too, but. So who next? Who next for you?
I got Community.
Community. Oh.
I got Community. Again, another show I didn't watch, got a lot of hype. So I'm gonna give it a chance. But it got a lot of hype. And it got my boy Donald Glover in it. You know, that's my man. So I'm gonna check it out. But I'm gonna be real with you. Some of the clips I saw with Donald Glover in them, that was kind of corny. So I you know, he was like, I'm on NBC at like 9:00. All the white America is watching. These the jokes we got for them. They didn't move me. So that's why I'm in a big rush to just go watch Community because I couldn't do it.
By the way, if Unico hasn't seen all these are the ones I picked because I've seen all of them, even though I've seen probably all sitcoms because my grandma used to do nothing but watch sitcoms all day. So when I stay at her house, I would literally watch everything. And this one, probably the one that hurt. The C list, this one probably hurt the most because I grew up on this and I watched it every morning at 6:30 before I went to school. Every morning, literally. Every day. Family Matters. That's my last bit in the C. It's my last one. So it's all U and C from now on, Unico.
Okay. Um,
That one hurt, bro. I watched it every day, but I
yeah.
realized I ain't checking for it, bro. I'm not really. I had to be honest with myself. When I made my criteria, I
Yeah.
had to check for it.
I give it a little bit more credit than that, but not much more. Not much more.
You got C the rest of the way until we get to B.
Okay, so I apologize, but you about to do a whole bunch of rebuttaling because C is where it's at for me. I still got a few more shows on there. So I'm gonna go like this. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Oh my
Again, only because I haven't watched it, but it
Okay.
has a lot of hype.
Yeah.
Nothing about it has moved me to come watch it.
Oh, so for a year from now, we can come back and maybe you can
We
change
might
your
be able
mind.
to come back to it.
Okay.
We might. My list may change. Seinfeld. I wasn't fooling with Seinfeld, man. I like to watch the stand-up comedy part of it, and I didn't care about nothing about the rest of the episode. But again, I was a child just like yourself when it came out, so I wasn't really, some of those jokes might have been really good, but I'm like, man, all I know about is giving quarters to a chick to get some milk, some chocolate milk at school instead of the white milk. You know what I'm saying? So some of these came out when I wasn't mature enough to understand some of those jokes, and I grew up in a pretty much all black community as well. So some of those jokes didn't hit land for me because I had an experience, because a lot of them was giving people the white experience. So I don't know. That wasn't funny to me because that don't happen to me. Next up, I got Cheers. Cheers is on there.
Oh my.
Again, I got to give it the fact that they had a dope intro. I'm cool with that. Again, it wasn't like a story or anything that I just grabbed onto because I just didn't. Here's where I get into the black shows that I'm supposed to just inherently like.
I destroyed that early, so they like, oh.
So I grew up in the UPN every Thursday era, and you just watch that for 2 hours, and you good every Thursday. You come to school and be like, "Did you watch this?" Girlfriends came at the end of that era, so I wasn't checking for UPN on Thursday because I was watching SmackDown. So Girlfriends is on there. Although I love Tracy Ellis Ross, I love her, but I'm not watching one episode. It just did not move me. The Jeffersons, I was like, you got this high-strung old guy just talking crazy to people all the time, along with his deep-voiced wife. And I'm sure that has some symbolism to people born in that era, but not for me. Not for me. I'm sorry, not for me.
I know I killed you a few times, but you're killing me.
And my last one, good times.
Oh my!
It ain't moved me. I'm not looking for good times. I'm sorry.
Oh, he hurt me.
I'm not looking for good times.
He hurt me.
I got my throat dry and stuff, man, talking bad about all these black folks that's doing stuff. But I'm not checking for it. I'm not saying, like, if it's on and we just sitting there, I could potentially watch it. But you can't
clap and do Dynamite one time.
Yeah, I can. That was the only thing y'all got. This is the only thing we know about the show.
By the way, a lot of y'all gonna notice the difference.
This is all we can come up with.
Unico is gonna be kind of. You can tell that my taste is from my grandparents, because some of these shows y'all gonna be like, oh, he like this. Yeah, I didn't put Andy Griffin in there because they were too old, but I hate Andy Griffin. Are you done with the C list?
That's it for C. I'm ready to move to B.
Okay, we ready to move to B. My first one is MASH.
Okay.
Well, B. MASH is my first one. And it's because MASH is funny, but MASH was weird at the same time. But it was funny. And I actually watch MASH again every once in a while, a certain episode. Even though it had a bunch of problematic stuff, which some of these shows go into anyway. But because they old stuff, old ways people did stuff was problematic. But again, MASH is on my list. Unico up next.
I got Golden Girls on there. I got them B tier. It had its moments. I just didn't watch the whole thing, but it had enough moments for me to be like, all right. And then shout out to my cousin Pat. My cousin Pat lives one day to be a golden girl. So, and they were just so sassy. They were so sassy. So I enjoy a little sass every now and then. So I got them as B.
Okay, my next list is Frasier. So my B list kind of looking like your C list. So, but Frasier was funny. Kelsey Grammer is a genius in his writing. Again, if people don't know, I'm a writer. His writing in that series is amazing, as you saw with The Game before it got took over by BT. And The Game is not on this list, by the way, because I would have been mad. But that's beside the point. I would have had trouble picking The Game, because if you had me the first 4 seasons, it might be A or S tier, and if you had me the last 2, it might be not even be on this list.
I have that list. Did you put that on the list? I have it on my list somewhere.
Oh, I did put The Game on.
You did put The Game on there,
oh,
and I forgot that
Kelsey
Grammer wrote The Game. I forgot that.
Oh yeah, I do got The Game. My bad. It's actually on the same list, but it's actually on B tier too. So I actually just put that on us since I mentioned it. Since I already told you why, I forgot I put The Game on here. But it's B tier, same reason why I just told y'all. So I explained. So Joe get 2 in a row because I did too, because I explained The Game and I forgot it was on my list.
Okay, so this next one, that 70s show. I didn't check for it, but there was a point in my life after it was finished, I checked for it for like 2 weeks. Like I was just watching it, and I was like, "All right, this is cool." And one of my favorite scenes actually was when Kelso was getting with his babe, because he had a minute where he couldn't get himself together. They had broke up, right?
Yeah.
Mila Kunis.
Yeah.
They had broke up, and I already had a little crush on Mila. She's fine to me. And also, that's the voice of Meg, for those who don't know, Meg Griffin.
Shout out to Ashton Kutcher, man.
Yeah, shout out to Ashton Kutcher, man. Shout out to Butterfly Effect. Great movie. That's about it. But with that being said, when they broke up, he had a little situation where he couldn't get himself started. But when he touched her, he got back right. He knew that's who he needed to be with. So I've been using that line forever. So I got 70 show on there. That's 70 show, and then Parks and Recreation. I got that on there.
I see that.
I chose Parks and Recreation as, like, I don't check for it. There's a point in time where I actually was checking for it. It didn't keep my attention, but I didn't mind it. Shout out to Rashida Jones. I love her so much.
I actually do got Parks and Recreation too, so I'm gonna go with that too. And it's the same reasoning you had.
Okay.
So it ain't no need to add to this video. It's the same reason. What's your next one?
Gotcha. Arrested Development. I got that on there because it caught my attention. It didn't do that thing to make me come and finish. You know what I'm saying? It did catch my attention. I liked the concept. It seems cool. It's just I never went back to it. And I feel like if I gotta be thinking about you all day long. I can't wait till I get home to watch the rest of these episodes and finish this. It didn't do that to me, but I feel like at some point I'm gonna be like, all right, here we go. Episode 1, let's roll. That's what I would do with Arrested Development. I feel like that has the most potential on my list to move up a lot once I watch it.
I love Arrested Development. My next one gonna be problematic because of the person it's named after, and
we on the same page. Go ahead.
The Cosby Show.
Boom. Boom.
The Cosby Show. One thing I appreciate about the Cosby Show, it taught me a lot. But it was a black show that I couldn't relate to, and that's like the only black show I couldn't relate to at all. I'm like, bro, I don't know nothing about this rich family, but he taught me lessons, but I couldn't relate to the show. That was my whole reason for it.
I got to give it up to you for learning a lesson, because I don't know what I learned. I just know that this guy was just coming in being really kind to everybody in his house. And had some bad yellow girls on there. And that was about it. I can't think of nothing Bill Cosby did in that show that was just super funny, anything like that. No, I don't need that. I ain't here for that. Because I ain't got no books. I had no bookcase. I had an encyclopedia set in my room. They had a whole bookcase in the background and stairs. And oh, hey, I don't know nothing about this. Hold on.
Yeah. My next one is Roseanne.
I'm with you on that. Yeah. I'm here.
Oh, so we understand. We linked again like we was at the beginning. Let's go. I'm
gonna tell you like this though. It's in a box. You was S tier when you was out though.
Oh yeah, man. Most of these shows, but like I said, I watched them all the way through. Every episode, but everything but Scrubs. I keep dissing Scrub right now. I like Scrub though, but I keep I'm like after reading the list, I'm like, you don't belong on here. You know I liked you.
But I believe in real time, Roseanne was S tier, but looking back on it now, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good. It was cool. I gotta give it some respect and give it a C.
Yeah. My next show would be, have I put it up here yet? I think I already put that one up there. Let me see. All in the Family. It's almost, bro, it's funny to me, even though it's kind of unrelatable. But it was funny. It's the same problem I had with the Cosby Show. Like, I'm not like y'all, but it's a funny show. I enjoyed it. Every once in a while, I'll watch certain episodes. I'm not gonna watch a lot of episodes, but I'll watch certain episodes. That's mostly what B tier is. Like, if a certain episode come on, I'll watch it. Like The Game, if the first 2 seasons come on, first 3 seasons, I'll watch it. If the last 2, I would never cut it on. That's basically all B list is for me. Who next on your list?
Everybody Loves Raymond.
Okay, you got
it had its moments, but man, it's cool. If I catch it on, I'll watch it. That's where I'm at. It's cool. I think his parents kind of annoyed me more than anything. Actually, Raymond the character annoyed me. So I'm thinking about pushing him to C, but I'm gonna give him his respect. It was cool sometimes.
Yeah, that's true. My next show would be Big Bang Theory. Basically,
okay.
I like the nerd humor in Big Bang Theory. Like, that's it. And if episode come on, certain episode come on, like I said before, I watch it. I like the nerd humor. What's your next one, Unico?
A Different World.
Different World, okay.
The only thing I liked about A Different World, and I gotta put it up there above the other, because I think the other shows were just set for that generation of black folks, the older ones that I put in my C list. But The Different World was getting closer to when I was about to be born, at least. So I kind of had something about what's going on. But I had a huge crush on the female lead in that I can't think of her name. She had that real annoying.
She was from Texas. What you mean, Texas?
Yeah. She had a very annoying voice, but I thought she was just one of the prettiest girls I've seen on TV. Also, I didn't watch that show until I was on one of my vacations down in Mississippi. So that holds a lot for me. So it was cool. It was cool. I might need to watch more, but it was just a cool show to me.
Okay, this one might shock people. My Wife and Kids. I love that show to death. And I don't want to say it again. Y'all know what it is. Certain episodes I'm 100% watch. Certain episodes I'm not. That's all that I can say. You know, the Wayan Brothers, they kill it all the time. Even though I got them low on the list, but it is what it is, man. So that's how I did that list. Like, I'm not gonna watch a whole season full of it. I'm just gonna watch episodes I really love.
My next one is gonna be, and it's my last one actually for B.
Okay, so it's all me.
So Family Matters. Family Matters is on my B list because they just let some girl disappear from the show, like, period. Judy Winslow she went upstairs, she never came back down, ain't nobody say nothing else about it. I liked all the Stefan arcs because that meant something to me myself being a nerd during the time that this show was out, and I still am. I just grew into my looks. But The Stefan parts of it and all that stuff that was cool, and there was some Urkel parts that I really enjoyed. Other than that, like the aspects of the family, like Henrietta, was it Harriet,
Yeah,
and
Harry.
then Harry just come out there. Wait, what, Kyle? You know, it was just aspects about that family. I just was just cool off of. I watched it. Now, when it was on, it was S tier. But looking back on it, I'm B. If I catch it, I might watch it. But it had no real continuity either. Till the end, when they started writing Stefan in.
Yeah, my three shows.
All the way through.
Yeah, my three shows is gonna be the same reason the rest of these shows. So I'm just gonna say them. Community. It'll be Community. Let me make sure you go back up there. It's the Jeffersons and Girlfriend. Basically the same thing. Certain episodes, because like I said, I watched every episode, and it is what it is, man. I enjoyed the show, and whenever it's time to, if it's a certain episode, I'm gonna watch it. Now we're finna get into A tier, because I didn't want to spend too much time on that. These are shows that any episode I can watch if I'm not doing something. And certain episodes I'm gonna watch no matter what. First for me, Living Single. I love Living Single, bro.
It's on A list?
Yeah, it's on my A list.
Yes, I agree.
Bro, first off, I love black women. I love black queens. And a show full of black queens that was funny and people I knew and I could relate to. Amazing show. I loved it. Unico, your thoughts on it since you had the same one.
I just liked it. It has some continuity. It has so many different aspects of that show. Like sometimes you be in the boys' apartment, you in the girls' apartment. All of them just had their own stuff going on.
Their own vibe.
Into all of it.
They had their own vibe too. Each person had their own different vibe.
Every single one, and each character was likable. Yeah. So I enjoyed Living Single. That was. And then let's not forget that intro was crazy.
It was.
Sega. Yeah. So yeah. That show was cold. It's just not S tier for me because it's just not. It's a dope show. It's just not for me.
Yeah, my next show is A Different World.
Okay.
I love it.
Now, why is that? What's different from mine? From my thoughts on it.
As a kid who always was meant to go to college and was and who has been put pressure on college, watching the college life, especially the college years of it, well, which is basically the whole thing. Actually, like, kind of prepared you and mentally prepared me to what to expect in a lot of aspects of my life, which is big for me. So that's like even though it's older and I probably my life wouldn't be like that, it kind of set a precedent for me. So like that show hold a special place for me. I can't put it in S tier because, like I said, everything I ain't gonna care about. But I'll watch anything and it remind me of the lessons I learned, taught, blah blah blah. Like that's one show that like one of my S tiers is my last S tier gonna do that. But it's like that's the main one that did it. But yeah, that show did it for me.
I hear you. I expected I was gonna play football and not have to go to HBCUs or anything like that. I thought I was going to Ohio State, so it didn't have those lessons for me. But I'm with you on that. That's a big deal. That's a big deal, especially to see something during that time. So I'm with you on that. So I might actually look at that show a lot differently.
Yeah.
Mine is I Got Married with Children, man. Hey, yo, Al Bundy is hilarious.
Al Bundy is funny.
Although he's not my S tier, he is somebody that I'm going to go on YouTube and be like, best of Al Bundy, roasting that girl or roasting people at the shoe shop. Hey, hilarious.
By the way, I got the same we can save time. I got the same reason and everything, so I don't even need to change. We can save time on it. What's next on your list?
Absolutely. Sandford and Son. I didn't S tier it because it's still a little older. But it was funny. It was just funny. Every episode. And Lamont was just that because I felt like you didn't want Fred Sanford to be talking to himself for the 21 minutes. That's the only reason. Lamont was just kind of there. He was there to be a punching bag, and it was really just Red Fox was just killing it. the whole series. And then you bring in the OG woman, Esther. You bring in Esther. Oh, they get into it. It paves the way for some of my S tier stuff.
By the way, Sandford and Son too. We can save time. Same reason. Like, it ain't no need to repeat ourselves.
I got Moesha in there. I know we was different on that one.
Yeah.
Only because she was S tier at the time. It was Aaron, but right now I look back and watch it. You know, you had a couple of moments where she had a love life, and those were I kind of drew on to that. And then they brought Ray J into it. I think Ray J helped carry that show a little bit later on down the line. It's just, it had its moments where it was flat to me, but you gotta give Brandy some props because I did watch every single episode every Thursday. UPN, like, definitely.
Yeah, that's true. My next one would be actually. Every time I click off, you go out. But my next one would be That 70 Show.
Now, why you got it up there?
I kind of liked the vibe of the show. It felt like everybody on the show with themselves, so it adjusted the characters well. I didn't feel like people were acting in that show. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it do. Yeah, it
so
did kind of just grow as it went.
I feel like Ashton Kutcher is who he is in that show. And guess what?
Yeah.
He's married to Mila Kunis, who he dated in the show.
Yeah. And she's a baddie.
Yeah.
Sure.
So, like, I felt like it was real, and they obviously married, so something, What's next for you?
We talked about the Parkers. You wasn't feeling that, but it was just Monique was funny at the time, and I had a crush on Kim for sure. And then I was. It just started getting. It's not S tier to me because it started getting weak when she actually got Professor Ogilvy. Yeah, it was better when she was chasing him.
Yeah, that chase was better, huh?
Yeah, I like the chase better. Then when she got him, the show got flat for me.
Yeah. My next show is Arrested Development because, bro, it's again that nerdy humor.
Yeah.
It's like, and it's the same thing with this. Everybody felt like they were their character because I could see the main character being this nervous dude who got all these family problems, and his dad, the grandpa, was the funniest dude. The dude would be running from the police like, hey. He would just be in the room with a wig on. Hey, they looking for me. Like, Dad, what are you doing? And it just show up out of nowhere. And I enjoy that nerdy humor. I ain't gonna lie.
Like I said, it can move up on my list for sure once I watch it. It has the potential to move up for sure.
Yeah, who next for you?
Let me see. My wife and kids. I just think that Senior Wayans does it again. He says something funny every time. The reason it's not S tier is because Kyle was so stupid that it just turned me off because there's no way anybody could be that stupid. And y'all wrote him to be that stupid. Yeah. And we got to give it up to that big sister on there. And obviously Tisha Campbell. I mean, that was just fine. And I grew up in a time where I was like, man, these yellow girls right here.
By the way, I'm the same age. Me and Kate are the same age. That's interesting. Katie Parker.
No,
Parker.
No, fact.
Parker was Sam. You know what I'm saying?
Man, shout out to her. She is so fine to me. So, you know, I'm sure she's married or something. But
no, she was dating that YouTube. And now I think he had a problem, and I ain't gonna talk about that problem. But my next show is always saying Philadelphia. Why? Because I personally just think that's one of the funniest shows ever in terms of skit wise. I don't think individual pieces are funny, but just the way they set up their skits and the way they set up the moments. Like they'll be in a bar and a fight start, and the way they meticulously set it up so you can understand how it started is hilarious.
Another show that could probably move up on my list for sure.
Yeah.
Once I watch it. I had the Wayan Brothers. I know it wasn't so much about the writing. I just think that each was funny. And I think Marlon Wayans and Pops, they all down, especially my guy. I just think a lot of those newspaper scenes was I'm just gonna say it. Pops and Marlon Wayans carried that show. Sean was like that guy, like I kind of felt like I was, but I really wasn't. I was really Marlon. So but like, I projected with Sean, but I'm really Marlon at the time. So I just think every episode was funny. It was just funny. There was no continuity needed. It was just funny.
By the way, the next two shows have the exact same reason, so I'm just gonna say their name. Seinfeld and Cheers. Like my taste, if you haven't noticed, my taste is a little older than I like older shows. And the same reason I like the last show, it's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, is the same reason I liked it. The way they set up things, I respect the writing. And it was funny to me. So I can watch the shows because I can see how they set it up and appreciate it. So great.
My final show for A tier is Bernie Mac.
Okay, Bernie Mac. Tell us why.
I wanted to make it S tier, but the thing was it's like Biggie. We didn't get enough out of him. We wish we could have gotten out of Bernie, but unfortunately we didn't. So we're left with what we have. But what he did give us was some funny stuff, and how he made just like 15 minutes of stand-up comedy into a series. Yeah. That was some good stuff. It was some good stuff, and it has potential to be S tier, but I made it A, just because I just didn't get enough from it. That's all. That wasn't his fault, because it started getting dry towards the end, but at the beginning it was pretty funny. Shout out to his wife; she was fine.
Yeah. I'm gonna do my last two, since you don't have no more A's, do you?
I'm on my A's.
Okay. I'm gonna put Good Times on here because I feel like that was the family structure I'm used to. And the only person I couldn't relate to was Dynamite. I can't think of the name of mine. We've been shooting for 3 hours or 2 hours. So yeah, my mind ain't right. But Good Times, even though I just had the name in my mind, but it was, bro, I could relate to that show so much, from the daddy to everybody else. Like I feel like I know everybody in that show. Even him, actually. I do know somebody like him. And then my final A tier, and this probably the closest to S tier, and I saved it for the end just for that reason, is Martin. Like that was
I ain't with you on that one.
That's the one I fought. I couldn't decide between A and S, bruh. Like I even had to look at some YouTube and see if I could get to A or S. And it's a reason I couldn't quite put it to the S tier, and it's because it didn't teach me lessons. And that's the only reason why, because that's the only thing separated from the A tier and the S tier to me. So I had to find a reason to put it in one of them. And that was the hardest decision I had to make. And that's the one I told you was so hard that I'd rather do the 17 Lakers championships than choose this.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I ain't with you on that. I'm all S tier.
Okay. My first was Bernie Mac show. Again, learned lessons from it. I related to it. Made me laugh. The writing was good. It set up moments great like the other show. Basically did everything I said them other shows did do without taking anything out. That's for me. So what's
since we just got off of it, I'm gonna go back to Martin. Martin wasn't about teaching nobody nothing. This was just a day in this silly man's life, and that's just what happens. That's just it. That and the roasting competitions between, like, I think the biggest thing for sitcoms, that's situational comedy. That was situational comedy. And some people be in situations where they got a girlfriend and they got a best friend that annoys you, and y'all just don't like each other. And actually make me laugh. That's the biggest part of this for me.
Can I say something? Pam was fine.
Yeah, Pam was very fine. Absolutely.
Let's get that out there. Let's not let people trick you. I don't know who. I know people like, colors don't think Pam. No, men think Pam is fine. I don't know one that didn't actually. I know that. Everybody on the show besides Martin thought she was fine. So I don't even know.
Yeah, Pam was fine for sure.
Cole and Tommy tried to date Pam.
Both of them. And I did too. And I wasn't nothing but third grade.
Brother Man tried to date her. Everybody tried to date Pam. I don't know why y'all talking about everybody hated her. I'm like, bro, everybody on the show tried to date her. Jerome.
Yeah, Jerome came through. Jerome pull up on everybody though.
I watched the episode the other day, the little people episode when they try to flirt with Pam. All of them, bro. So Pam, yeah, I just had to give her a shout out real quick. I know people want to get on with the thing, so
go tier.
Yeah, my next one will be Golden Girl, unless you got something else to say about it.
Nah, you got it going. I ain't got nothing before in my S tier.
Yeah, girlfriend. I put Golden Girls up here. Why? Because that's the only show that can actively make me laugh, and I can't relate to nobody else. And like every show I ever seen, I couldn't relate to it, and that's why most of these shows in C list or B list, because I couldn't relate to them, and this the only show that actively made me watch every episode and laugh. And that is a skill and a thing I gotta appreciate. I couldn't relate to no 80-year-old white lady.
You're right. I could almost see myself pushing them up into one more tier ahead, but that show was really funny, and I didn't know nothing about living on retirement home in Florida.
You know what I'm talking about? Who next for you?
I got the Gang.
Okay.
I got the Gang.
The Gang would be. I didn't tell you about me on that.
I felt like I was Derwin Davis. I was the nice kid growing up. I played wide receiver. And then I start seeing how nasty the world is, and my life just changed, man. And I was like, oh my God, did they write my life story? Except I didn't go to the NFL. But that's how, yeah, man. I really got with Derwin, and then they actually started making some of the writing really good. They started developing Malik, and then you had the Jason and Kelly thing, and I like how they moved away from like being straight up comedy. They moved away from that and like tried to just become a show where funny things can happen. And I thought the writing of that show was really good. Eventually, yes, there were some cringy moments, like when old Principal Regina back in the day, Steve Harvey. When she came over there, Malik's mama, how about a round of applause? They really let her sing Rihanna the whole thing. And I was like, yo, this is so cringy. So it had its moments, but I like that one because I felt like I was Derwin Davis.
Hold up, I gotta change something. What did you have? How many more you got on your list?
I got 3 more. After the game, I got 3 more.
Okay, because my list is kind of off. I forgot to put something. Did you have a Boy Meets World on here? Where you had them at?
I had them at A. That's my fault. I erased it.
Oh, okay.
It's on my spreadsheet as a missing A. Boy Meets World is on A. My bad. Boy Meets World is on A.
And what's the other one? What's the other one that's not in S tier that I probably forgetting? Because I don't want to.
I got The Office on here and Fresh Prince.
Okay, what's Sister Go? Because I forgot to put it on her.
Sister for me, that was I think that was B tier.
Okay, and Malcolm in the Middle was C?
Malcolm in the Middle for me was B tier as well.
Okay. So we both got I'm gonna put mine on here, Entourage. I take that line back. Malcolm in the Middle and Boy Meets World, I have both of them as B tier, so I must have missed it. Okay.
Well, all I'm gonna say is this: I'm gonna just dropping back on Malcolm in the Middle. At the point when it was on, it was S tier. Looking back on it, I ain't really looking for it, but it was cool because I'm like, hey, I'm a smart kid too. I like that. And then Boy Meets World, I don't know. I'm looking back, I don't really care about it, but it was S tier when it was on.
I'm gonna put Entourage because our last 2 is the same, so I might want you to get that out the way.
Okay.
Cause I think the last 2 automatically, that show you how strong they that we actually agree is our very last 2 shows.
Yeah.
And it's like a lot of different shows, but the Entourage is the situational stuff is good and funny, everything. I somewhat could relate to the characters, but it did the same thing Golden Girls. I couldn't, even though some of the characters I could. Some of those characters hilarious, bro. That's a hilarious show. But yeah, that's it. Now let's talk about it. We got The Office. Both of us had The Office.
The continuity. It was the continuity that came with The Office. It was telling the story. It was building, and then it had the funny moments. But I just enjoyed the ride that was The Office. I enjoyed it. It really changed the game for me once Jim and Pam first kissed, and then he moved to Scranton. I mean, not Scranton. He moved somewhere, and he met Rashida Jones, and then that's where I fell in love with her. And that's my thing for The Office. But The Office had a good story.
Yeah, Idris Elba was on it. I think that was one of his first.
He sure was.
I think that was one of his first moments in the show. I hope y'all can see both of them. I think y'all can. I hope y'all can see mine too. Let me see if I can get this on back on here. But yeah, that's the thing of the show. We're gonna move it to the other screen now. But yeah, this has been an hour long. I'm gonna have to cut it down a little bit. But but it was a good time. But the last episode, the last show, and the show that was funny and taught me the most lessons in my life that I still use today, and probably the only show is Fresh Prince.
Something about Will Smith. That's what you get out of me. Something about Will Smith and his audacity to talk to every girl he meet. And he was just funny. It was a good show. It was a good show.
Carlton, Uncle Phil.
Oh, my first light-skinned crush, Hillary Banks. She was my first. She was my first crush.
That's mine too. So Ashley was dope. I love Ashley. Uncle Phil taught me so many lessons in that show, and they tackled some topics that people didn't really want to talk.
They did on a Monday night at 8:00. Was people really trying to talk about some of that stuff they were talking about? And they hit it. They hit it sometimes.
Yeah, so they tackled everything, bro. And Carlton took this perspective from somebody else, and you could respect it. And then you learn lessons too, and everything. And the show basically taught you everything you need to know about life, just about. And it was fun at the same time.
Yep.
You saw racism in this. You saw cool, dope people. You saw the friend that's annoying, Jazz. You saw a different type of girlfriend. You saw the one that could beat you up when Queen Latifah came on. You saw Donald Trump was on it one episode when he tried to buy the house. You saw a bunch of them. Jeffrey was dope.
Oh yeah, Sass Master.
Yeah,
Shady.
Yeah, you ain't never seen a dude that worked for you that dish you so much.
Man.
But yeah,
and I forgot to say, I don't know if this was on there for you, but I mean this would be my thing out the park and give it to you. But Jamie Foxx, 100% S tier. Fox show.
I love Jamie Foxx. I forgot to put on that list. Yeah, Jamie Foxx.
Hilarious. Just funny. Just every moment funny. Might be the best black sitcom of all time. Just from the comedy aspect of it, it was just funny. Period. Jamie Foxx is a beast.
Yeah, Jamie Foxx should be on us, so we gave him a shout out. And I know I missed show. Don't be mad at me. Man, it took us an hour just to get through all these shows. We had 15
Man,
minutes.
that's a lot of shows. I was like, why did you give me this big list? I have to use the whole. I mean, I had to bring out a spreadsheet for this, man. I'm not trying to use Excel outside of work.
I probably should have took some of the older shows off and just made the list, but it is what it is. We had fun with it. I had a good time, actually.
Yeah, that was cool to go down memory lane for sure.
It is. I didn't put no newer shows on it, so I know if y'all put newer shows on it. I didn't really put newer shows. Every one of these shows is done. Even I know Big Bang Theory newer, but it's finished. I don't know if the game finished, but to me it is.
Yeah, the game is done. It's over.
Yeah.
We watched the hour final finale. We're done. We're good.
Yeah, BT. I'm not watching it no more. BT. Y'all ruined it for me anyway. Kelsey Grammer wrote a lot of these shows, by the way. There were people sleep on Kelsey Grammer wrote a lot of. He's in Cheers and Frasier. He wrote The Game. He wrote Girlfriend. I'm pretty sure I'm missing some of the other shows he wrote, but
give him some props.
Yeah. By the way, tell us what you want next Thursday. The list will be shorter and we won't take an hour. We might do best YouTube athletes. So I'll probably send Joe that tomorrow so he can be on it. hour. It won't be a minute because it just ain't gonna be a minute. We ain't gonna do all that. But I had a good time, man. I know it's an hour long. I might cut it down a little bit. Some people might let you. Well, I don't think we even talked long. I just think how many shows we had. So we got an hour show coming up. So hope y'all enjoy the tier list, man. And if y'all disagree, man, put in the tell us your tier list, man. Any show y'all agree with, disagree with, any shows we missed. Cause like he said, I missed Jamie Foxx. I was just going through Google trying to remember shows, and I had certain on my mind. And I was just looking up sitcoms, and that one didn't happen to come up, so I didn't get a chance to put it. But it's up to it. I ain't thought about it, but it'll be A or S tier. But so there's a couple more shows I can think about if I just say I hadn't thought about it. But I had a good time, man. I hope y'all enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Like and subscribe. If you stay the whole hour, like and subscribe, bro. You're gonna enjoy this. We're gonna do this every Thursday. It won't be an hour because I'm not putting as many stuff on. but yeah, man.
Look, man, y'all done held me. Y'all better like and subscribe because y'all done held me hostage for a few hours on a Saturday night. Y'all know I show out.
Hey man, what time is it for you? 8
I
o'clock.
I put my club outfit on before we did this, okay?
But we finna let Joe go to the club and dance on his light-skinned girl that he love.
No, I can't dance with nobody. Everybody got to be 6 feet away. I just have to watch them like Lemon Pepper Lou. I watch them from a distance.
That was hilarious. Man in the car, let down the one that thought him on. All right, y'all. I know it's long. Y'all shut up. Shut up, Zell, man. You talk too long. But I appreciate y'all for watching. I know sometimes you're going to go in and out because I was changing tabs, but that's cool. So don't worry about it. I see it. But thank y'all for watching. Remember, keep stomping. Anything last word, Joe?
Something good might happen to you if you continue to stomp.
Yeah, keep stomping.
Today. At least today.
Yeah, today. You never know. Something amazing could happen. Peace.
Facts.